Hey everyone, and welcome back to Investing Guide. Bitcoin made the news recently, hitting its all-time high. Now, the biggest cryptocurrency in the world, reaching its highest value yet, is noteworthy. But it is also of interest to those who hold other cryptocurrencies too. If past trends are anything to go by, a surge in the price of Bitcoin has a knock-on effect on alternative currencies or altcoins. So if you're a holder of ADA, for example, this is a trend that you should be following closely. The other big news in the cryptocurrency world was the possibility that Cardano might allow the burning of some of the ADA coins that are currently in circulation. Obviously, such a thing would drive the price up and would be big news for those who've invested in ADA. We'll be sure to cover those in this video. Before we start though, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on an update from the world of investing. Okay, so if you've been following the movements of all major cryptocurrencies recently, you're sure to know that Bitcoin reached a record price in excess of $66,000 recently. In fact, Bitcoin reached an all-time high of $66,974 on October 20th. This beats the last time that Bitcoin reached a record figure. That was when it reached $64,888 in mid-April. While the holders of Bitcoin will undoubtedly be reaching for the champagne and celebrating their good fortune, this is also great news for those who have invested in altcoins. Why? Well, consider what has happened the last time Bitcoin reached record levels. Those of you who've been following the fluctuating price of ADA are going to know that the currency reached a high of $2.31 on the 17th of May. Now, this is a couple of weeks after Bitcoin also reached a high. Other altcoins have demonstrated price increases too. There appears to be a pattern, where a record rise in Bitcoin leads to a new high for altcoins as well. Of course, this doesn't happen immediately, but seems to occur a few weeks after Bitcoin's rise. Could this knock-on effect mean that we could see a similar price rise for altcoins such as ADA and Ethereum? It certainly seems like a tantalizing prospect and will, no doubt, be followed closely by those who've bought altcoins. Given the rise of altcoins a few weeks after Bitcoin last hit a record price, investors can reasonably expect a similar thing to happen now. Of course, it is by no means a certainty, but there is no denying that it's a strong possibility. But why does this happen? There are several reasons why a rise in Bitcoin usually leads to a rise in other currencies. One is that Bitcoin is regarded by many investors as a sort of reserve currency, much like the US dollar in the financial market in the real world. By virtue of being the first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is often the standard by which the value of other cryptocurrencies is measured, and is regarded as a store of value. Furthermore, due to regulatory measures in many countries, some cryptocurrency trading platforms don't allow users to purchase cryptocurrency with local money. Instead, many investors buy Bitcoin in order to trade it with other altcoins and make a profit. Consequently, the value of Bitcoin has a direct bearing on the price of altcoins. Bitcoin has an extremely secure network with over 18 million miners participating in its decentralized system. Another important factor is that many altcoins are simply Bitcoin clones. As such, they simply follow Bitcoin's price movement. Bitcoin's price movement is also an indicator of market sentiment. Since Bitcoin hit its peak, its value has gone down a bit. However, that does indicate that other cryptocurrencies may hit that peak in the coming weeks. This means that those who already have altcoins like ADA will probably want to hold on to them, while those looking to purchase cryptocurrency will also want to take a closer look at currencies like ADA. Unlike many altcoins, however, ADA is not simply a Bitcoin clone, but has been created using many unique techniques. Consequently, while it will allow and follow the market movement, we can also expect it to retain its position in the cryptocurrency marketplace. And of course, if the present trend holds up, then its value may reach new heights. Speaking of value, we know that one of the things that Cardano has in its favor is that, like Bitcoin, it has a limited number of coins in circulation. This obviously helps to keep its price up, but there has been considerable talk recently about the possibility that Cardano may want to burn some of the coins. Such a move would make the coins even more scarce and drive up the price of ADA. To make things clear, there are 32 billion ADA currently in circulation, in comparison to Bitcoin's 21 million. In fact, ADA could have as many as 45 billion in circulation. However, with so much currency in circulation, it appears unlikely that ADA will ever be able to match the prices hit by Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies. With that in mind, many observers have suggested that Cardano should drive the price of ADA up by burning some of the currency. While such a move would be really beneficial to those who've already invested in ADA, many will have wondered what Cardano co-founder Charles Hoskinson's position on this issue would be. Well, Hoskinson regularly interacts with people on social media. On one such Q&A session, Hoskinson was bluntly asked if he would suppose such a move. His answer clearly showed what his feelings on the matter truly were. He said, "I really appreciate how much effort you put into your greed and stupidity and displayed it across everybody in the ADA field. We're so glad you can tell us that we get to destroy other people's money so that you can make a little bit of extra money and sell the ADA and move on to someone else. We're just so happy that you want to steal from everybody in this ecosystem." Hoskinson went on to contemptuously note, "How about when you go to the supermarket, you don't have to pay for groceries? Why even have to date or relationships? If you see some guy's wife that you like, why not just grab her and give her to you?" While some of the observers were taken aback by Hoskinson's rather hostile response, Hoskinson himself was unrepentant. The person is fully aware that what he's asking for is the destruction of someone else's property and value to enrich himself, he insisted. It would seem that the Cardano co-founder is determined to not even consider burning some of ADA. But not so fast. We now have news that Hoskinson has given into pressure to reduce some of the ADA tokens in circulation. In fact, Cardano is considering introducing a proof of burn process that would allow for the destruction of the virtual coin. Needless to say, this is a major reversal from Charles Hoskinson's earlier position. But as the man himself remarked, it is time for the Cardano community to grapple with hostile proposals. This move suggests that Hoskinson has been convinced by the arguments in favor of burning some of Cardano's currency. On the other hand, it could be that he's still adverse to the idea, but will permit others to go ahead and do so if they choose. In any event, he took to Twitter to suggest that Cardano developers create an app that would allow people to burn ADA tokens. He then went on to describe a proof of burn mechanism that will facilitate the destruction of cryptocurrency by sending them to a designated address. It would then be impossible to spend, withdraw, or otherwise use those coins. He also shared the screen on his computers, giving viewers a glimpse of a paper that had been produced by industry experts. This paper formalizes the proof of burn protocol and would involve generating an unspeakable cryptocurrency address. Cryptocurrency coins are then sent to that address and then destroyed. The protocol would also ensure that this address is unspendable. Hoskinson suggested that it would be good practice for developers who are learning to make apps on Cardano, and even said that he would be happy to choose a winner. That didn't stop him from taking one last pot shot at people who want to burn ADA, describing those who want to do so as dummies. It seems that Cardano's co-founder is still sore about the idea, but is happy to allow other people to burn their tokens if they wish to do so. But would such a thing happen? It all seems counterintuitive. After all, why would you want to destroy a coin that you hold onto? It sounds like a crazy idea, but what if doing so would cause the value of ADA to rise dramatically? In fact, it could go up so much that you would be able to make a handsome profit. And obviously, such a move would have a major effect on anyone who has ADA. Of course, it remains to be seen if an investor would actually take such a drastic step. But with many of the Cardano community feeling that there are too many ADA tokens in circulation, it's not impossible as something like that might happen. Well, that's it for today's video. While you're still here, go ahead and click on one of these two videos on your screen. See you there.